Bear offers health insurance plans for clients of Rockwood. Rockwood can either offer one plan to everyone or offer each of their clients a choice between 4 different plans. In the slides to come, we will first examine the difference between the 4 standalone plans of Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Platinum, of which only one is offered to the client, and then decide the right pricing for the multi-choice plan in which all 4 options are offered to the client. The actuarial value is a measure of the targeted level of cost sharing between insurance companies and its members. It is given by this formula, which is the average portion of health expenses that the insurance company pays for. The Bronze plan has an actuarial value of 60%, Silver 70%, Gold 80%, and Platinum 90%. Our requirements for health plans are as follows. Under the Affordable Care Act, the maximum out-of-pocket limit is capped at $7,350 for individual members. In addition, actuarial values must be within 2% of the targeted actuarial value of each of the plans on the previous slide. As an insurance product, we also need to look at the loss ratio, which is the percentage of claims paid over premiums received, and we need the loss ratio to be less than 100%. We also want to adjust expenses to keep up with the medical trend, which refers to the expected growth in medical costs each year. The data we have is for 2016, and we had to adjust it for 2018 to account for increased medical costs in our model.
We have made few assumptions. For the insurance company's perspective, the medical trend which the insurance company expects the insured increase their medical bill by 10% every year. The target loss ratio, which is the amount of insurance company pay out over the insurance company earned the premium, is 85%. We also assume that all medical expenses are covered under the health plans. We also make assumptions on plan participant. Every employee in the company participates in the health plans, and every person is economically rational, which means that everyone chooses the plan is the most suitable based on his medical condition and income. But people may have a different risk attitude. For example, someone has higher level risk adverse may tend to choose a better coverage health plan even though their historical medical bill was low. Also, one plan covers one person.
In order to get the actual value, we need to know total allowed claim and the cost covered by the insurance company. We are aware that with the same allowed claim, different amount of deductible and out-of-pocket money will result in different share ratio between the insurers and clients, which affect actuarial value of the health plan. As we assume that 2016 claims acts as a good proxy for 2018 claim, we apply the medical trend ratio to estimate the 2018 amount, which is shown in this table. This cost will allow us to determine the actual value of the each plan based on the predefined benefit components. Deductible, co-insurance, and out-of-pocket maximum. It's note that from the deductible and out-of-pocket maximum, we can determine the break-even values, the amount at which the insurance company starts paying, and the amount at which the insurance company paying the entire additional expense. As illustrated in this table, a less than deductible insurance company does not pay anything. For amount higher than that, 40% were covered by insurance company, and when it reached 8,000, the insurance company covers the rest of expense. With this rule, we can determine the average claim that the required premium to achieve the target loss ratio. In the standalone plan, we consider everyone are in the same risk pool. When offering multi-choice plan, Bear will faced with the risk of adverse selection. That is, healthy people who expect less payment from the insurance pool will choose cheaper plan and contribute less, while the less healthy people will choose the Gold or Platinum, which cost more to the insurance company. The adverse selection will increase the loss ratio if we keep the original design. So, we need to make some adjustment to original plan to tackle the bias selection. To model the plan selection, We assume that people are making a rational decision that is choose the most economical plan for their some situation, as measured by the total expense in terms of premium and expect out-of-pocket money. As illustrated in this graph, people expect to spend less than 8,000 when choose the bronze plan, while higher than that, platinum plan is appeared to be preferred. After carefully examining data, we make the assumption that low-risk individuals are likely to choose the lower-cost plan, while high-risk individuals may split between higher-cost plans. It reflects in the split of 50%, 30%, 15% and 5% for low-cost clients, and 5%, 15%, 40 and 40 for high-cost clients.
After simulating plan enrollments, we use this information to calculate the new cost sharing for each of the 4 options. We do this because we want to make sure each option still follows ACA standards. This graph is what we have after calculating the new cost sharing before adjusting the premiums. From this point, we want to adjust premiums for all 4 options with 2 goals. The first goal is we want people to be indifferent to all 4 plans. And the second goal is we want to maintain the loss ratio. So to recap how we price each option in the multi-choice plan, first we use the standalone plan to simulate enrollment. Then we recalculate each cost sharing to maintain actuarial value for each option. Finally, we adjust each premium until all 4 plans have the same expected payments for out-of-pocket cost plus premium costs. And this is how we achieve indifference between all 4 plans under high expected medical costs. Here are the results that we have for the standalone plans. Keep in mind that each column is one single plan. Each plan has the appropriate actuarial values and loss ratio. We do not use copay as mentioned before. And here we see the premium per month of each member, as well as the total cost for the company should they choose to pick a single plan. Now we have seen the cost sharing for the standalone plans, we move on to the results of cost sharing and premiums for the multi-choice plan. There are a few key differences in the multi-choice plan. The first most prominent difference is that the per employee per month premiums are much higher for bronze and silver plans. Also, the deductible for the bronze plan is much lower than before. Some of the challenges we had to look at in this analysis is that in order to meet the actuarial value for bronze, we had to do the lowering deductible part by a lot in order for the insurance to start paying off to achieve the actuarial value of 60%. Also, in order to maintain the loss ratio, we had to increase the silver and bronze premiums by a large amount. Keep in mind that this is a result from our simulated enrollment, which may differ depending on enrollment criteria.
Since we assume one plan covers one person, but in reality, a plan can cover more than one person, like a family with 2 or more people. This is one limitation of our analysis. Also, we did not use copay because we do not have data on how often people use medical services. Another limitation is our simulated enrollment. After enrollment criteria, we randomly assign people into certain plans and we decide the distribution of each plan. Because of these limitations and because we want to stick with the actuarial value goal, our results show that bronze and silver premium are much more expensive on the multi-choice, and the bronze deductible becomes extremely low.
In conclusion, the 4 standalone products and the multi-choice product all meet their health plan requirements. The multi-choice product is a compromise between flexibility and the cost of premiums for members. With information on how people choose between the different plans, we can better estimate risk pools and address our current issues of a low bronze deductible and high bronze and silver costs.